Hello and welcome back to Trains in World 4, where we're going to do some more of the go through the routes which I predicted poorly by this point still, since obviously Hamburg hangover hasn't happened and it looks like the Gotthardbahn isn't happening. So let's have another crack. I am not in the right spot. Don't do this. Anyway, I think so. For this one, we're still in the 4 to 6 months, so we're a bit ahead still. Sorry if I mispronounce anything that I'm about to say. But it's another route by Dovetail, which is, I've put it down as a German-Austrian, so border. And it is the Mittenwaldbahn, which I've probably completely pronounced. And yes, it's a route that's on Trains and Classic. So both OBB and Deutschbahn run on the line. The route number, if anyone's curious, is 960. So the line length is 63.7 kilometres, which is 39.6 miles. Number of tracks is 1 for some strange reasons, because it is a single track line, but it does have a branch of some passing points along the route. Standard gauge, and also overhead with the 15 kV AC overhead. The operating speed is 120 kilometers an hour, but it's mostly around 70. It's mostly as 70 kilometers an hour. And also, the maximum incline upon the route is 3.8%, and there's quite a few stations, relatively amount of stations on the route as well. So, and also it goes from Innsbruck to Pattenskraken, which is German. That's for why I can't pronounce it. And why do I think cross border uses their technology of LiDAR, which I think will be a big thing for at least TSW4 in some respects on it. They will use that as much as possible, but at the same time, not always doing mountainous. Once again, dipping toes into Austria. It's not a full in Austria route, that's why I say dipping it in, like this ain't really. But it is about 50-50, I would have said, lengthwise in Austria and Germany sort of job. Did have a map of how many stations it was, but I've completely lost that one. So bear with me. Is that map any good? Because it's also coming up with Train Sim. Oh no. So we've got from Innsbruck, obviously Innsbruck Hauptbahnhof, so the main station in Innsbruck. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stations on it. Some of them close, some of them apart, but it looks like some disused stations as well. Tunnels, viaducts. So very scenic. So yep. Obviously, either end of the route can have layers on it. That Innsbruck might struggle a little bit with layers at the moment, but obviously the German side, you can have all the possibly all the German stock that's in the game, possibly layer onto it. So, and on the route as well, you can have some layers onto it as well. But I'll get onto what one on the routes later, because I might get some right, might not get all of them right. And it's not a route that, apart from passenger at least wise, it doesn't look like it uses like a whole stuff, so it will be multiple unit. So, going on to the train sim side of what's in route comes with on train sim, and I will look at the count the bundle part of this into it. So the main base route comes with the 442 Talent in DB red, and also the OBB 2016. So it would be a diesel, a mainline diesel loco for German as well. There's some which, to be fairness, still needs to happen in some respects on it. I think that is the missing bit of the puzzle now. One of the missing parts of the puzzle for German side of things, at least, have a diesel mainline loco instead of just shunters. Fair enough, Sims was also missing. And then also the twin pack includes the 44020, which is a older multiple unit by this point, which would run, and they still, I believe, they run still today. I still do believe they actually are in service still. I think so. Oddly enough, it does run on the Mittenwaldbahn as well. But that's not what I wanted to think. So yeah. So for what I think the route should come with is, apart from the 2016, the OBB 2016 diesel loco for freight services. So something a bit different than a BR182 or 185. But to have the OBB 4020 EMU to be the base loco for the route. And then locos like the BR4024, which is on this route, which was what was down here, out there, as the main other loco for the route. The other main loco, I mean the layer locos onto it, because they do run onto it, and also the BR442 Talent for the German services, which I think might go so far along the route. Once again, either end can have layers onto it, and then eventually, as more routes come out, layers can go onto those routes, and then vice versa. The locos on that route can layer onto those routes. So, yeah, pretty much a big pool. And it's also an excuse just to have some mountain scenery in Austria. And if I check on Steam, when that first route, when it was released, I'm thinking it looks like around 2017. Yeah, 16th of February 2016. So it's a fairly old route by this point. They have it as a modern day version of it, semi-modern. So I think it would be a nice, and I'm not so. Yeah, I would have said it's a route which is like a mix of the Rosa line, like the Pahina line, which has been rumoured to be the next Rivet Gaines route. So, yeah, I'm doing all this before the road map, by the way, comes out on road, and I'm doing this on road map day. So, yeah. This is very, very not what I was expecting. I was expecting this to be a bit more busier, but hey ho. So, For some strange reason, none of the Swiss trains have loaded up again. Have loaded up for some strange reason. Unless they don't run this time of year on the game. And there's that annoying bug with the hub. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.